Hello, YouTube family, Facebook family, biological family, and friends. Also, hello, new acquaintances. I'm Carol Cortez on assignment, and that's called Mission Possible, to bless us all with information, both you and me. Welcome to AHEAD. This is an acronym for Achievers, Happy, Encouraged, Accomplished, and Determined. That's who I am, and I trust that that is who you are also. Well, today we're going to talk on the subject of BFF, like best friends forever. A lot of us worldwide use that term, but what does it really mean behind the words, beyond the words? Well, I have a guest here today. Her name is Misuraca. I've known her for quite a few years, and I find that she's uniquely focused on how to choose friends, and she chooses them wisely. And I like the way she chooses them because she usually chooses them very well and has friends that she sticks with through the years because she's made the first choice wisely. So please, if you would, help me to welcome Misuraca to share some details with us about how she chooses her friends. We're going to pick her brain.
Thank you, Carol.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So Grace, let me ask you, beyond the word or the phrase BFF, best friends forever, what kind of strategies do you just naturally use in choosing your friends?
Well, the first thing I go by is my instinct and my gut feeling, because I can usually tell somebody in like 10 minutes how they are and how they're going to be. But my qualities that I look for in a friend is, first is to trust them, their confidence, my confidence, and they have to be a confidant. Also, they have to be with you through happy times, sad times, whether they're there physically or if they have to give you a phone call or on Facebook, because we have Facebook these days, but to show that they're there not only when you're happy, having happy times, but also during sad times. So they have to be somebody that I can trust totally, and I can confide in them.
Now, how do you deal with, say, occasional conflicts? Because there are in all friendships, even in marriages with male and female, in marriages, there's conflicts at times. So how do you deal with the conflicts? What strategy do you use to get beyond the conflict if you determine that you want to get beyond it and maintain the friendship?
Well, of course there has to be conflicts, because then that wouldn't be a friendship, because nobody's perfect. I'm far from perfect. So it would be a clone of me if then getting along. But the thing is, you're going to expect conflicts, just like you said, in relationships. But the conflicts you have to get past. If there's drama, if there's deceit, if they're, talking behind your back, things like that, then of course that's not a friend. But I do expect conflicts and complications, but we can get through it and we can work through it. If you are a friend, a real friend. If you can't get past it, then you're no friend of mine.
I say the same thing too. I mean, I don't want to focus on my perspective, but I'm just going to share. If I find that the person is consistently abrasive, consistently untrustworthy, then I have to at some point decide whether or not I want to continue that friendship and or put them in an associate category and not have them as a BFF, which is a special category.
Right.
So, what are some of the other benefits that you look for in your friendship? Not that you're examining the person, but things that enhance the fact that you have decided that that person is going to be your BFF.
Well, of course, I have to be comfortable with that person. I could be myself, and I hopefully, of course, I want them to be themselves, and I want to be able to have good times with that friend, but at the same time, if they need me, and same thing with me, if I need them in sad times, because it can't all be roses, so to speak. So that's what I look for. Now, if there's drama in there, and if there's too much, conflicts, then of course, then, just like in a relationship, which took me many years though to learn this, that then it's not worth having that person as a friend, or like I said, in a relationship. They have to accept me for me, and I have to accept them for them. And of course, like we said, nobody's perfect. So we have to accept any idiosyncrasies or any, I don't know what the word is, anything that's going to be, a conflict. But you can get past it.
So what are some of the qualities that you know about yourself that you bring to the table with your best friends?
Well, I hope that I make them feel the way I want to be felt. I want them to be able to feel they can confide in me. I want them to be able to feel that they can be happy around me and comfortable, not phony. And also, I want them to be able to share not only their happy times, but their sad times. And at the same time, I want to be happy for them when they succeed, as I want them to be happy for me when I succeed. And then if something sad happens, we are strong and we are together. And it doesn't have to be like face to face. It could be a phone call. It could be Facebook, as we have these days. It could be anything showing me or me showing them that they are in my thoughts, whether it be happy thoughts or trying to support them in sad thoughts.
One thing I like about Grace, to make certain, we used to work together, and I chose to move on from that company, and she's still in a great position there. But my point is that she makes certain that the friendship stays connected by her infamous texts. She's always texting me, "How are you?" And then I like to say, "Hey, hi, I'm fine." Then before I know it, she's getting another text to me following behind that. So I find that she maintains the friendship. And I find that she is trustworthy with private things that I share with her. Because we all have to be wise, as I like what the Bible says, be as wise as a serpent, but as harmless as a dove. So when it comes to choosing a BFF, you really want to say, can I trust this person with information that I'm going to share with them? And I find that I have been able to trust her, and knowing that she's not going to give that information, that valuable private information, to somebody else, and then supposedly trusting that person not to give it to somebody that they really trust, and before you know it, and you don't know how many people know the information that you initially privately only shared with that one person. So I value her friendship, and I like how she chooses, and I notice her choices in the friends that she has, and how she aims to stay connected with them. Now, what do you do in terms of when you see your friend needs a little space? How do you handle that?
If they need a little space, then of course I will give them that space. And also, I would want them to feel the same way with me. If they see I need space, then still be there for me, but in the distance until you see that I'm ready for them to come back into my life. I don't want them out of my life. I have friends that I haven't seen in years, and then when we get back together, back when our friendship begins again, it's like we know, we pick up where we left off, so to speak.
Wonderful. So as the years as we go through the years of life, we find that we learn things, and all of us, a child starts out, wiggling in the crib, then before you know it, they're on the floor trying to use their arms and legs, and then eventually they're crawling. And then one day they get up and they walk. So likewise, we all learn as we live life. And what are some of the things that you have learned and evolved to in your perspective about a friendship and friendships?
Well, like I had said, it took me a lot of years to learn this, and I have less friends than I did years ago because, and as Carol knows, because she's one of my BFFs, and she is a special person, I call her my guardian angel, because now I have seen that I don't need a toxic person in my life. I don't need somebody that wants drama or thrives on drama. And I don't need somebody that's going to talk behind my back. I could care less if they do, but I know that the select few of friends that I still have, whether I know them a year, whether I know them 30 years, whether I know them 10 years, I want to be able to feel that I can just be myself, and they will also be themselves and be my confidant, and I can be theirs.
Wow. So, two things come to mind for me. Number one, the first Psalm in the Bible, where it says, "Blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor sits in the seat of the scornful, or his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his laws does he meditate both night and day." I like that psalm, and I encourage you to look at it because I was paraphrasing. And it's so in depth. It's basically saying your delight is in living life and pleasing yourself, and pleasing God and pleasing yourself and pleasing others too. And you don't try to down people, and you don't try to stay around people that's going to try to put you down or put other people down. So nowadays we call it bullying, which comes in all sorts of shapes and forms. And also what comes to mind is the relationship that King David had with Jonathan, who was King Saul's son. At that time, as they were developing their friendship, David was not a king, and Saul was the king, and Jonathan was Saul's son. And even though Jonathan came to understand that one day God was going to sit David on the throne over Israel, still Jonathan was friends and remained the friendship with David, even though he knew his rightful place. Normally, Jonathan's rightful place would be becoming the next king. But God had a different plan, and Jonathan accepted that plan. That one day, instead of him being king after his father Saul, David would be king. So my point is that the two of them, understanding their roles that God had chosen for them, David knowing that one day he'd be king, Jonathan knowing one day that he would not be king, they still maintained that love, that faithfulness to the friendship. And so I encourage you, choose your friends wisely. It's so great to say that's my BFF, but make sure that BFF brings to the table the qualities that really should be in a BFF, and make sure that you too bring to the table the qualities that really should be in a BFF. So we all have to groom ourselves. I want to say thank you for all of you for checking in with my YouTube channel. Thank you for the thumbs up that you've given me from time to time. I ask that you please let other people know about this YouTube channel. Share the information. Let them know to check in. On my channel, I have various subjects that we cover. I have various guests. So check in. Listen up. Be encouraged. glean from the information that's shared with you so you can enhance your life also. I talk about saving money successfully. We talk about also investing in corporate stocks. We talk about different career paths. We talk about getting your credit record in order. So, please, once again, thank you for checking in. Hit subscribe, and when you hit subscribe, ring the bell that's next to the word subscribe. When you ring the bell, you will automatically be updated with the latest broadcast that I have loaded up to my YouTube channel. So I ask, please, if you would, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and stay connected with me, and I'll talk with you soon. Hit subscribe and ring the bell. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.